A research group at Stanford created a splash a few months ago with their fully simulated village with realistic people living lives. That code is now open sourced. The most interesting piece is likely how they prompt engineered each person and the overall system to work with a non-state preserving API like GPT 3.5 Turbo. This repository introduces a multitasking strategy that improves the performance of vision language models like CLIP, specifically in tasks like detailed attribute detection and pinpointing locations within images. OpenAI announced that it's expanding custom instructions, a way to give users more control over how ChatGPT responds, to all users, including those on the free tier of the service. This paper studied in context learning with the pre-trained Llama 2 language model by retrieving 9 demonstration examples during chat-style prompts. The method, which didn't alter the model's weights, resulted in a 7x win rate increase compared to the text DaVinci 003 model, making it on par with models that underwent alignment fine-tuning. This repository introduces a new tool called Ucrete, which uses event extraction to find relevant past legal cases faster and more accurately. It also presents the IL-PCR corpus, a vast collection of Indian legal cases, and shows how Ucrete performs excellently not only in the Indian legal system but also in the Canadian system. Chidori is a reactive runtime for building AI agents. It provides a framework for building AI agents that are reactive, observable, and robust. It supports building agents with Node, JS, Python, and Rust. Several media organizations have called for rules protecting copyright in data used to train generative AI models. They have signed an open letter urging lawmakers around the globe to consider regulations that require transparency in training datasets and the consent of rights holders before using data for training. The letter also requests allowing media companies to negotiate with AI model operators and identify AI-generated content, and mandates that AI companies eliminate bias and misinformation in their services. Current 3D object detectors often misinterpret data, causing them to focus on distant points. The authors of this paper have developed a new method, 3D vertex relative position encoding, that directs the detector's attention to points close to the target objects. Traditional image text matching models often mistakenly use highly similar but not matching samples, known as false negatives, which can misguide the learning process. This paper introduces the false negative elimination strategy, a novel method that carefully selects negatives by assessing their probability of being false negatives. We've posted a lot about product-led growth, PLG, lately. This is another great example of a company nailing PLG. The key takeaways include being really thoughtful about who you're building the product for, focusing on a defined persona, and then making their pathway to try your product as frictionless as possible. The traditional B2B marketing playbook didn't land for Pinecone's product. Meta had one of the most prolific protein folding teams in the industry. However, the team was disbanded in the push towards the commercialization of AI systems. This, along with large labs reducing their publication output, is a sad side effect of generative AI's success. Impel is an always-on AI companion for your Mac that understands the context of your screen, doesn't need any prompting, and surfaces suggestions, information, and actions automatically. Sedalio is a platform that helps you build apps with information that is auditable by default. Data used in your application can be traced back to its origin. An optimized version of the Llama 2 model from Meta,